Hi all, welcome to another Chess 24 Banter Blitz. So it's approaching 11:30. Let's have a look first at this voucher code. Kingscrusher, a whopping 15% off, so you can use this voucher code to become a premium member. And as a premium member, you can challenge even the likes of Magnus Carlsen, the world chess champion, other fantastic grandmasters and celebrities generally, and get a whole load of other perks as well. So there's a voucher code there. Check that out, and you just challenge us. If you want to challenge a streamer, you come like 15-20 minutes before, and you go on our challenges. So I'm going to check the challenges now this morning for me. So these challenges here, and the first opponent today, Super Bohemio. I'm going to click accept. Okay, let me know if audio, everything is okay. It should be, I hope. Okay, good. Challenge, very strong challenge to start the day. So French defense, I'm going to play knight d2, the Tarrasch variation, and I'm going to play this nifty c4, which is a bit of a surprise weapon. I think it's got some stuff going for it in Blitz, so this is one of my pet little secret weapons. I'm hoping it's going to go okay. It does seem to give black a blockade square potentially. As you can notice here. Could I actually go for a Greek gift the way he's played it though? It seems a bit casual how he's playing this without undermining the centre that quickly. So I think I might be threatening bishop h7 here. I just thought there was something a little bit casual about what was just being played. So have I got bishop h7 or not? On CD. Okay, so even here, bishop h7 could be entertaining. So if king g6, h5, it looks a bit dangerous. So this looks a little bit dangerous. King g8, queen h5, fg, hg, bishop g5. Fun would begin, I think. So here, okay, there's a few things to think about here. Queen c2, there's f5. h5, though, looks to me the really dangerous one. Is the king really stepping back into the position after? Or, okay, so there's knight e4 check, double check, king f5, queen f3. It looks as though this double check, the king has to move. That's the beauty of a double check in general in chess. The king generally has to move. I think queen f3, this looks like bad news for the black king safety. I just thought there was something suspicious about one move, maybe the early castling. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I think on king f5, queen f3, there was something I thought suspicious about this. Yeah, let's just quickly check. It's not supposed to be this, like, used as a trap. I thought here maybe hit the center. Instead of castling, just hit the center with c5 maybe. Oh, in fact, knight g5 is also... Well, then it's changed its mind. I kind of like the way... I don't know what the engine's thinking of this. Anyway, I don't know. Let's have a look at this. Oh, maybe this way. Okay, maybe this way is the way to play it. But it's actually giving another idea, knight g5, which is interesting. Is this slightly different variation to what I played? No, it ends up the same position. Okay, I thought this position might be dangerous anyway. Okay, On to the next challenge. Jetzel. Hi there. Okay, I'll play c5, bit of variety, c5, so knight f6. So I'll try and go for a Shack Benoni. So d5, e5. Oh, okay, I'll try and get some development here. This looks interesting. Oh. Okay. I don't like giving up that bishop, but how about knight a6 or something? Try and get some piece development. Or is this really dumb? Actually, this looks strange. Knight d6, I'm inviting knight d6. I'm thinking king f8. That bishop's remaining on the board. I'm just thinking quite simply that I could get a bit of development there on knight c5, but I don't like losing the dark squared bishop. On the other hand, I don't mind knight d6 because I think then, well, I keep the dark square bishop. In fact, here, okay, can I just keep the dark square bishop and play for d5? Oh, there's queen d5 at the very least. Okay, queen b6. I should be getting a bit of piece development, surely. Queen d5 might have forced me to take that bishop. Yeah, I don't really know this. What is this? Strangeness in the opening. Well, it's moving a piece quite a lot here. Is it really justified? I guess it might be. It's sort of maybe, I don't know, bishop e6, h6, bishop e6. Let's hit that guy here. Then maybe knight c5, hit c4. Centralizes that knight a bit with a purpose. Okay, so I could just maybe take that off. And I'm thinking, try and reinforce this knight. Maybe h6, f5, knight f6. Is a4 needed? I suppose b4 might be dangerous. Okay, knight e4. Hit c3. B takes, knight c3, I don't know. My king has been inconvenienced. I mean, that which also inconveniences these two guys. However, after knight e4, am I not threatening knight c3 and ab? Rook c1, knight c3. I think I might be able to get away with self-pin. Okay, it looks a bit too dangerous to take on c3 here. Or does it? Bishop c3, queen c3. Do I dare play that? Am I playing with fire here? On rook c1, ab. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know. Back of my mind, active operations here often backfire. It all depends on the position, I guess. But what's the point in principles if it all depends on the position? I'll try like this to hold that knight. What I need is a bit of development. Knight f6 to e4. If I can get away with knight f6 to e4, the other one coming to e4. I would say my play's bordering on completely unprincipled, not castling, having my king disrupted. Queen c1 coming in. Well, there's knight e2 check on queen c1. Does unprincipled play deserve to be refuted here? I mean, it looks as though if I get my rook developed, so I can recover the position a bit. Bishop f6, king f7. This diagonal is always g6 for that diagonal, so bishop f6, king f7. I'll try and make some sense of the position to get this rook out. I think once this rook, yes, trouble. If I take on d2, I just don't want to take an f3. This wrath of the f-file business I could do without. f4 here seems to win that bishop, though. And if he took, it sort of opens up my bishop. f4 seems as though it might be fun. Alright, the issue of the f-file is a thing there. Takes. Is it that dangerous, though? Not sure it is. I'll take that guy. Huh? What's that? That was a weird one. Okay, maybe it was a difficult position. Thanks, Jensel. Okay, Goggin Paul. English opening. Okay, so Goggin Paul. So the English opening, if you want a simple system with revolving around the d5 square, these moves speak for themselves, I think. Just to sort of get that d5 control and that latent kind of Maroczy binds at the moment. Something's called the Botvinnik system. Here, look, there's a loose piece and there's e5. You've got to watch out for this bishop. I think e5 looks thematic here, hitting f6. But I mean, I could do a bit of calculation to reinforce some evidence, some actual evidence. I think I'll go on the evidence. e5 looks as though that's promising. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the Joker. I saw the Joker last night. I'm a bit worried about my own laughing now. As if, okay, yeah, it's a good film. It's a good film. It really is an interesting spin on things, because usually they don't usually strive to get huge empathy for the potentially bad characters. So it's a very interesting new spin on things. That film, I thought. Okay, so anyway, knight takes b5. Looks as though that's plausible. And if I go back and then play d4, okay, if I kick that rook, Goggin is on the attack here. Oh, I'm being attacked. Okay. I'm hoping this is not fatal. Although I have just lost my control of the d4. That's a bit annoying. Knight e4. g5 offers f4. Trying to win more material. This diagonal could be dangerous for the queen coming there later. f3 looks as though I don't know. G5 might f3. I don't know. There's knight d3. Okay. I don't know. I'll go with this, with f4. No, that's not a good idea, is it? I don't know. Bishop takes d4. So I need to calculate this somehow. Because f4 he can actually just take. That's a miscalculation. Bishop g5, f4 he just takes. Probably better here is d4, trying to simplify. So hitting the knight, hitting the bishop. Alright. And now queen d2 for queen g5. Funny enough, I covered a game this morning, Tau on the defensive a little bit, which is scheduled for later. Okay, so queen f4, well, there's queen h4, and then there'd be rook h1 potentially and queen h2. I could play queen g5 here. I think this might extinguish parts of the attack. At least queen h4 extinguishes that part of the attack. Surely. Okay. So f3 here. I guess there's rook g2 and knight e3. What about just like knight f3? Okay. Alright, I think the attack's run out of steam without the queen on the board. I'm getting for a counter attack now. Okay, maybe just get the rooks, the rooks off. Take that. Okay, I'll go that. I think as long as stalemate, she looks good. Okay, thanks, Goggin. Okay, so Kasparov fan. Okay, Kasparov fan. Did I click accept that correctly? No, maybe I didn't. Let's try that again. I'll try English opening again. So yeah, I'll try the E4 bind, that Maroczy style bind. So King H2, F4. F5, Knight G3. Looks good to me. There's a sort of dangerous stuff emerging. I think maybe here d4 is possible for e5. This looks a bit squishy, as though black's being squished. There's also a latent semi-open G file here, which could be a liability for black concretely later. That road could be useful. Driving the knight's useful for emphasizing the soft spots of black's position. If that knight's driven, h7 becomes potentially weaker. It's a little bit provocative. F5 might be overcooking things with idea of e5. I think e5 instead, though. So another question here is these pawns in the center. After d takes, f takes, I think there's a question of the pawns being quite menacing. d5 here is also, it looks so tempting to play d5. I can't resist. I can't resist. It looks very squishy. I cannot resist the squishiness of the position. Although my pawns are going to be a liability, aren't they now? Okay. The allure of the squishiness was too much. b4 and e6 carries on being squishy. I'm hoping to get better pieces from this, even if I lose a pawn. I mean, my pieces will be really good. Central pawn wedge. Okay, I'm going to lose a pawn. I just couldn't resist. Okay, I'm going to lose a pawn here. I think I've locked in that bishop, though. Can I just do this and celebrate without knight d3, queen b3, and celebrate d5? So queen b3, visually crushing squishiness. Queen b3 without any knight d3. Start targeting this queen side with bishop e3. That looks at a7 concretely. In fact, on knight c6, isn't there bishop takes c6 because that pin? Yeah, what's going on here? Oh, is there going to be knight a6 now? I see. Okay. It doesn't look that pleasant, though, for black, surely. This having to resort to knight a6 because of bishop c6 there. Okay. Right. It looks magnificent, this knight d5 to me, a little bit. Coming up. So knight c5, maybe bishop takes. There's no b takes, I think. There's a queen takes. And if there's d takes, then rook d1, it looks pretty impressive visually again. Although, again, concretely, I'm not there yet on anything concrete. In fact, I've weakened the dark squares. This could all backfire. I've weakened dark squares. I know chess is cruel. Okay, let's just get out of the dark squares here. If bishop f4, knight f6, oh, there's queen takes. Isn't there knight f6 here? Now, if queen takes, there's rook takes d6. If g takes, that looks dodgy to me. Yes, I think that looks dodgy, g takes. That pin, for a start. Okay, so there's rook takes here. Alright, now there's queen, or there's, okay, there's rook d7. If bishop g2, knight g2, I protect f5. Now my queen's protecting h3, the rook's protecting f5, and the queen can come to g3 to put more pressure on g7. I'm also looking at b8 here. Okay, I think a basic consideration here is g7. So knight f4 to h5 would be dangerous. I think this is a bit slow, given knight f4 to h5 is on the cards. Okay, so queen f5 after that. Would I have anything concrete? Maybe there's rook f7 here. Just safeguard f5 for a moment. I think knight f4 to g6, hg, queen h is mating, queen h4. So I don't want to go into that self pin if that's tactically possible. So I think this is stronger maybe than knight f4 on first glance. Rook f7. Now then knight f4 to g6. So knight f4 threatens, not yet knight g6 because there's queen h4, but potentially, okay. There's rook f4 to h4 to h7. Is that a bit slow? I could prepare that with this. So just to get out the checks. Rook f4 to h4 takes h7. Rook h4 and queen g6. Alright, because there's always a resource queen h6. I guess my opponent's banking on. But queen g6 here. h6. f6 looks devastating. Hang on, there might be queen d6. Maybe just f6 straight off the bat, just keeping my queen on the diagonal without any pesky queen d6. f6, if it takes, then I'm mating on h7. Yeah, I think f6 looks mega strong. Mega. Without any checks. Without any nuisance checks. Yeah. Alright, thanks, small fan. Always blame the mouse. Okay. Play this d5. Try and transpose it into a queen's gambit declined. Rogozin. Here e5. I know this is paradoxical, but I want to celebrate the d4 square early on without allowing e5. I've had this played against me in an over the board game once. This e5 delayed e5. Now I think bishop c5 runs into knight e5 for knight e5 d4. So there might be a safe route to control d4 here, which involves bishop b4. Or is it a3, bishop a5, b4, and I'll get my bishop trapped. Okay. I don't think there's any bishop c5 here because of knight e5. But I need to check. If I play d6, I'm blocking in this bishop. But on the other hand, maybe just g6. Alright, have I got a poxy position out of the opening or not? It's possible. I've been tricked. It's possible. Bishop g5, is that a nuisance? Bishop g5, h6. Knight d5 is going to be a pain, potentially. Or bishop f4. There's something overly positional about this, to me. Is it like it's using resources away from the king? If it's not that effectual, the use of resources, it's like A, you've used resources, and B, resources away from king safety. So is that knight away from the king? But where would this knight best go? Knight e5, f4. There is the possibility of knight g4, bishop g4, queen h4 there. That is possible, but is that really significantly better than knight e7, making use of that tactic? No, I don't think so, because c7 is a liability. I think c7 will drop at the end of that tactic, knight g4, f4. Knight e5, f4, knight g4, bishop g4, queen h4, g3, queen g... Okay, it carries on, but c7 drops after. Okay. So c7 is a target here. Trying to get it out of the way. Alright, so d5 looks interesting. Because it seems as though this is a little bit tempo gaining as well. I could have stopped white casting with queen b6. That might... Maybe I should have considered that as well. Although knight a4... Okay. This looked a little bit tempting. Bishop f5 and then d4 looks tempting for d3. Okay, so the check and then rook c8 looks interesting. So I'm threatening potentially d4. Bishop f5, knight f5, knight d5 looks interesting. I'll just calculate that for a moment. So knight f5, knight d5, rook c2, knight b6. I think my rooks are active. I don't think it matters. My rooks are active enough. Furthermore, there might be a self pin. If queen b7, how is that knight supported? Or maybe queen e4. What about here, queen d6 instead? Queen e4, there might be rook e8. That knight's a little bit loose. I think queen d6, there's knight c3. Alright, this is on tactically. Isn't there queen b5 which hits f1 and b5? There's no knight e7 check here because of that. This is nasty, isn't it? Queen b5. Because like 3 pieces are attacked with one move. Yes, that looks very... The intersection, it's even stronger than queen a6. It's hitting... Just in case I need it. 3 pieces, okay. So knight 7 I just take. Knight c3 I take there. Yeah, I think something's gone tactically wrong here for white. Now this does go into a self pin. It does hold for a moment, but hold on. There's a self pin now, which is often harmful in blitz. And I think here, I can't see the way out of that necessarily. The great resource queenly one, but I can't see how this is helping in the long run now. This self pin. Or the short run. Right, I'll just take this. Okay. Can I take this pawn? Challenge the bishop. I'll take that. Alright, thanks to the game. That was interesting how that panned out. Okay. English opening again. Boy George fan? Okay. So English opening, trying to control that d5 square. So fianchetto helping control d5, or fianchetto, as I sometimes say. So bishop, yeah. Sometimes this doubling the pawns is quite a nifty thing for black to do. e3, knight g e2. There is some tricks here with knight b4 to be aware of. Oh, hang on. d4. Isn't there the possibility of knight f6 and d5 coming up in this particular position? Knight f6 and d5, and then queen f2, and it's sort of checkmate time for me, and that wouldn't be very funny at all. However, what about knight takes b6 and d5 is a slight upgrade, because I don't get checkmated or near checkmated. I know it's not checkmate, but taking out that and then d5 looks much more sensible. So just to recap on that, knight takes develops the queen hitting f2, so d5 would run into queen f2, king d2, and it's nasty. So this way of playing for d5 to try and fundamentally fork without all the downsides. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that does seem a clean win of a piece there. Okay. Zhao 2006. Okay. English opening. I'll try d4 here. a3. So it's a sort of Nimza Indian style position, or is it something else? Played e3. Alright, there is the possibility of checking a knight e5. I'm not going to use that at the moment. If I play b3, bishop b2. Queen e2, rook fd1. Alright, knight takes d4 or ed. Maybe ed. So I think I want to play queen e2 and rook fd1. Not too worried about bishop f3. I think the light square concession is too much. So rook fd1 and knight e5 looks nice at first glance. Rook fd1, knight e5. Okay. So knight e5 here. If queen d4, there's bishop h7 and rook d4. Right, can I play knight? Oh, there's knight f4 is on the cards. If I take that, there's queen d5. Okay. I probably should do that. Allow queen d5, f3. Alright, there's queen b3 if my opponent's greedy for a pawn. Okay. Can I punish this in some way or not? Yeah. Alright, that's kind of nasty. G4, is that terrible? Oh, okay. I'm getting munched. Yeah, I feel I'm getting munched here. Okay. Without any compensation. Queen g3. That's f6. Bishop e4. F6 is a right pain all the time. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm stuck. I'm giving the knight d3, I suppose. Right. Queen e3. Huh. If I took, if it takes rook a6, maybe I should take. Okay. Just to get a pawn back. Oh, maybe knight c5, things. Oh, there's bishop f3 now. I'm here for knight c5, there's rook c5. Nope, managing to lose more material. Rook e6, exchange sack, might be the best. Then knight c5, or d5. Knight f4. No, it's a bit grim. Exchange down here. Okay, I've equalled on pawns. I'm down on the clock. Can I offer resistance with rook b4? Blockade for a moment. Oh, hang on. He can just get a nasty ending. Checkaroo time. Okay. Or not. No, I think I'm doomed. Yeah. That's it. I played. Where's the resign button? Okay, thanks so much. Yeah, that was awful. Yeah, okay. Okay. Chess cadet. Yeah, I lost one pawn. I thought, yeah, it might not be too bad, but it was. It's time to go downhill. Okay, so bishop g4 and castle queenside. Okay, so this. Knight e5. So I think here rook g6, yeah, looks interesting. This looks potentially dangerous. Okay, queen e6 for rook g3. Rook h3 after. So rook g6 and rook h3. Oh, there's bishop f5. Hang on. Bishop f5. Okay. I have to take care of that. Okay. I make king b8. king b8. Okay, let's stop this. Oh, if I go back for a moment. So e4 is a bit okay. Okay, so bishop over there is also interesting. Rook g3, and there's bishop b7 and queen c6. So maybe I should just take that off. And here. Okay, there is queen f7, queen g3, or f6, f6. If I take that, is that any good? If I, okay, there's queen f5, but there's knight d7. Am I running into all sorts of nasties? I'll just do this instead, just in case. Okay, so rook g3. I think I want a rook h3 possibility, or a blockade possibility. Knight c5. Just a blockade possibility. It gives me rook d2. Potential form pawn there. I like the blockade, I like the form pawn. Anyway, these kind of positional aspects, the form pawn and the blockade. It looks comfortable to me, this position. Okay, I can hit the... Yeah, okay, thanks. It looks very dangerous to take on c2. Okay. Killer cat. Okay, so e4, d4. Oh, quick d5. Bit provocative, isn't that? Am I gaining too much space? Or is it a liability? Okay, I'm undoubling there. Maybe this bishop's good on the diagonal. This is a very fast-paced game. Am I playing too quickly, or is my opponent? Queen g7, queen h8. e5 looks tasty, I think. For e6. e6. I think I can castle first, and then e6. So e6. Aha. Right. Aha. If I play king b1, I'm just sitting on the position for a moment. I think I want to play, well, bishop b5 check is going to be dangerous. The king's back in the centre. King's back in town. Boys are back in town. Bishop b5, bishop a3. If the king's still in the centre, bishop b5. If a6, if a6, okay, bishop b5. Rook, maybe rook e1 and d6. Oh yeah, it looks a bit scary. Okay, thanks, Killer Cat. Prom night. Okay. I think. Okay, maybe e4. Maybe e4. And I'll be in the game. Prom night. Can I play bishop e3? And queen d2 and d4? Or knight d5 here? So if bishop e3 fe, I cover the d4 square. Maybe c4. It looks okay. I think c4. Oh, there might be f5 later. Queen d2 off that. Oh. Okay. I think c4 here then. b4 or b4 a4. Okay, so b4. I wouldn't have thought the king's good over there necessarily. My opponent has made it exciting, so okay. F3 might be safer than f4 in some respect. Why am I thinking that? No, f3 closes the bishop. Might need the bishop for knight b4 to c6 later. So maybe f4 if I want to stop. Just simply, I want to stop f4 from the opponent, but keep the bishop open for knight b4 to c6. If I have rook b1, I have knight b4, I have knight c6, but I need this bishop as part of that, I think. So rook b1. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Surely this is worth the pawn loss to open that road to the king. Here it looks as though e5 might be tempting. Takes knight d5, queen f3. Alright, this is interesting. Queen d4 to get out of the pin, because otherwise knight d5. Yeah, I suppose queen g4 is a pain. Right. So queen g4 is probably a pain, threatening knight h4, knight f4. F5 just loses the e5 square to knight e5. Rook c3. Okay, hang on. Is h3 actually worth playing here? Just to restrict things a bit. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hesitant to play this. Okay, just to stop queen g4. I don't know. Swings and roundabouts. I've weakened. I'm sure I'm weakening stuff with this as well. Rook f8, f5, knight e5. Back to that. That looks horrendous for me for that bishop. Maybe I think a move like rook f2 would have been useful for a couple of cases of rook f8 double. I think rook f2 is still here. Still, if ever queen c5, okay, it unpins as well. It gives me some options against queen b6 or queen c5 without the pin. For example, I don't know, rook b2, queen c5. I might take there because of e5 if I wasn't losing f4 as well. If I had this one there, then rook b2, queen c5 takes e5 without dropping f4. There's a pass pawn in the center there. Okay. So knight f4 potentially if I'm not careful. Maybe I'll just take it. Fix here. It's double pawns after all. Okay. Although I'm stuck here. No. H4 might be worth liberating as an idea, or not. Can my king come to g3? Is this a solution to this build up? H4, king g4. Because I don't want to compromise with f5 to give e5. That would be a juicy square for the knight. And terrible for my bishop at the same time. If he had knight e5. If I ever had to play f5, that's just terrible, I think. This might be the lesser evil. If my king's on g4. Okay, I can play this. I can even try and get in bishop h3. I wouldn't have dreamt of this before. But bishop h3 to e6. Okay, there isn't g5, there isn't g6. I'm trying for bishop e6 and then f5 under much better circumstance than before. So bishop e6, knight f6, f5. Or hit e5, try and get these pawns by well, stop knight f6. Okay. Isn't that f5 here? Alright, there is knight g4. I think this is starting to be a bit dangerous though, isn't it, for black? If I take... or not. King g3, knight f2. Fg, and that leaves that knight pinned, funny enough. King g3 looks like a terrible idea, but in this position, it's not that terrible, is it? I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, there is knight e4. It is terrible. Oh, Muppets. Oh, okay. This hasn't worked out very well. Oh, Golden Bennett. No, I just have to hope it doesn't do it in so many seconds. Oh dear. Groveling today. I really thought that was clever. The King G4. King whatever. Oh, thanks. Oh dear. Okay. I'll stick with... No, I'm not sticking with... Okay. Okay. Sergei Rachmaninoff. One elephant, 2 elephants, 3 elephants, 4 elephants, 5 elephants, 6 elephants, 7 elephants, 8 elephants. Has he gone to play a symbol or something? 9 elephants, 10 elephants. Okay, I would have liked that. I don't know. I would have liked that challenge. Okay, maybe another time. Ralph Quast. I just remember that possession. Knight F2. I missed Knight E4 being check, because otherwise I thought it was a pin. Unless I'm missing something before that. So King G3 wasn't that clever. Interesting. All right. Okay. Here, 1 elephant, 2 elephants. Okay. Here we go. Hi, Ralph. Okay, so Bishop C5 and D6. I could try it like this, actually. It does give the D6 square, potentially. Knight E4 coming up. Okay. This is very, very fast paced, isn't it? If I go for that pin opportunity. Why didn't I just play F6? Ugh. It's too fast paced for me. It's put me off now. I'm not thinking. I've stopped thinking. It's just too fast paced. Okay. Right, he's hitting the pawn, and he's got H6. It's actually quite dangerous, this position. All right. If I kick this knight now, if I play knight E4 and then C3, well, there's bishop G4 as well. Is that really? I'll do this for knight E4 and F5. Again, it's too fast paced for me. I think I'm being put off. Thinking here. Okay. If I play rook E5 and queen D5, this cements my king safety a bit. At the cost of 1 or 2 pawns. Doesn't it? Crikey. This is dangerous. Knight takes, I lose immediately. Rook D8, I kind of lose immediately, don't I? To knight E4 and then queen G4. C3 looks tempting in the circumstance. for knight e4, queen a2, threatening mate. Oh, there's knight f6 check picking up the rook on a8 though. So given all that, what about just running out of options? Queen takes d2 is a forcing option. I'll go for that one. Just simplification. Try and pick up this guy. Can I do this just to stop the use of f4? Oh, there's that. Alright, I have got two connected pawns over here. So I'm going to try and mobilize them. So I'm going to be losing c4. Is he counter sacking the exchange? Because king c4, rook e5 looks okay maybe for me because I've got the two connected passed pawns. Rook e4, yeah, is the pain. I thought rook e4, he's played it. Can I get my king to h6? I'll play on because I want king h6. And this e6 and rook f7. No. Alright, okay. That's ruling out a few things. Can I play c3? g4 here. He stopped me from king h6. This is really horrible. Okay. Huh. Yeah, my king is stuck. Huh. Here, try and win this pawn. Oh, this doesn't look very clever at all. I've only got 30 seconds anyway. I think, yeah, he was totally winning there. Just plays the check. That's a terrible disaster game. And I felt I was under pressure on the clock. Okay, it's not my day, but yeah, sorry, yeah, okay. It's not my day. Oh, that was horrible. Okay. Lucky escape there. At the end. It's just I was playing too slowly as well. I don't know, everything about it was not quite there. The speed wasn't there, the accuracy wasn't there. I don't know. I tried to That was really tricky. I felt some of the positions are really tricky as well. Okay, anyway. It must be the Joker last night. When I came back, did I get any sleep last night? Was I was I worried? Okay. I blame the lack of sleep. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so G5 and G4. Isn't is there a knight sack or something? Bishop G5 and knight G5 looks remarkably dangerous. Unless there's Bishop F5 at the end of that. Do I really need to have this hassle? What about Bishop G4? There's knight G5. Maybe I do need to have this hassle. Okay. It's not happening anyway. Knight F5 or Bishop G4. Knight F5 or Bishop G4. Knight G6 for G4. Unpin. Bishop E6 looks plausible. H4 coming up. Or why didn't I play G takes H3? Now the pawn is protected. It's not as great, is it? The pawn's protected. Okay. Isn't there taking... No. Isn't there knight E5 potentially here? So taking and then knight E5. So knight E5, Bishop E5, Bishop E5. Looks as though that's okay potentially. Knight E5. Okay, if I take here. And then H3. What was wrong with Queen D4 as well? Again, I feel I'm playing too quickly. Again, what is going on here? Okay, Queen takes D4. Why isn't that on? Doesn't that dismantle the pawn chain? Okay, Queen G4 is possible. Taking here. Taking here. Dropping back. Okay. King G7. Okay, I think that looks plausible. Rook E5 looks plausible. if f4, rook e4, this gives me bishop e5 to simplify, bishop e4 to simplify. Okay, there's a possibility of knight f3 check here. And then knight g5 if king h3. Okay. And then f5. Okay. Alright, I feel I can handle it from here. Rook d5. Okay, thanks. Yeah. Chessy. Okay. So. Oh. Okay. So bishop g2, e3, knight here. Castle. Was that too dangerous a pre-move? I think I'll put the knight into d5. So maybe rook b1, a3, b4 is appropriate here. Rook b1, a3, b4. And this black's playing for a quick b5. Yeah, it makes me a bit more passive actually now for that plan. Bishop b2. Different plan I think needed. Maybe something like queen d2 I've seen recently. Just holding the bishop. And then f4. I think queen d2 looks better than c2. There's potential tempo gainers. So I want to play for f4. Okay. So is f takes any good? Or e4? E4 for f5 or d4? That loses the rook. h3? Maybe h3. For g4 coming up. e4 for f5. Hold on a sec. Alright, I think e4 for f5 looks somewhat tempting because of the possibility of queen g5 now for knight f6. So queen g5, threatening knight f6 and queen h5. If f6, alright, there is that one. Can I take with the c pawn? I'll take the knight, and I can take on f5. And if f6, queen h5, I think that looks fine for me. Threatening f6 immediately. I could cement things with bishop e4 potentially. Alright, I think I'll go here. There's a potential for a pin there, but bishop e4 looks good as well. This looks good, this e6 square. Rook e1 to e6. This looks too good for white. It's doubling. There's a possibility of bishop c1. No, this looks too good to me. Bishop c1. Yeah, I think there's going to be like rook e7 and queen g6 potentially. But I suppose there's king g8. It's not the end of the world. All right, bishop e4 and queen g6. That looks like pretty good. Bishop e4, queen g6 potentially. If takes, okay, queen g6 here is going to leave this rook hanging on e8, isn't it? I would imagine it does anyway. Or not. No. Okay, it doesn't. Alright, there's a nasty pin there. Bishop. Huh? Alright, I was going to say bishop f3, but there's rook e3, but there's rook e3, d takes, there's bishop f6 there. Bishop f3, king f8. Rook f6. I guess bishop f3 is dangerous if we had a quick look at this. Is bishop f... It doesn't even mention bishop... It does mention bishop f3. So I think if there, then there's rook e3. Isn't there rook f3 here? That's what I'm saying, rook e3 for bishop f6. Right, that should be okay, yeah. Okay, Friedel. Hi there. I'll try knight c3. This might be the last game, there's only 3 minutes ago, so it's probably the last game. Can I do better than last week? I think I had a disaster in the last game. Last week, that 3-minute game, I was overrun. Grand Prix attack. I've been having some good positions from this recently in Blitz. Grand Prix attack. I'm ready with my H pawn, but I'm putting my H pawn away on this occasion now. Queen f2 is not losing, is it? It's not great for me either, is it? This. Yes, I think he's done something nifty. Don't tell me there's d5 now as well. Am I really playing this in a disastrous way? I wonder. Queen g3. Rook a, d1 and d4. or f5, or bishop f2. Or knight e2. Bishop f2 looks the best of the bunch. I guess he can take on e4, but I'm hoping that's going to be okay. Maybe I should play. It doesn't really liberate my position, does it? Okay. Okay, can I do this? Try and hold the f5 square. e5, I'm just giving him f5 on a plate. Queen h3 for g4 looks an active sort of plan. D, E, D, E, at least I hold f5 there. On D, E, D, E, f5 is held. Queen h3, Queen h3 or Queen h4, Queen h4. It's away from the glare of the other queen. Queen h4. Right. And isn't f5 kind of vaguely dynamic? I'll play f5. Right, so there's e takes d5, or knight takes d5, or bishop takes d5. E takes d5. Let's go with e takes. He wouldn't really want to give up the dark square bishop still, would he? Maybe. Is that going to backfire? Is rook e5, there's knight g4. I'm looking at rook e7 there. That's a fascinating move. Can I get away with this move? So what's the matter with, the point is rook d5, I thought was my point, holding. If bishop b2 c3 for queen f6. Let's interrupt this diagonal. It's still queen f6 here. Knight e7, king f8. I think bishop h4 gives me knight e7 and queen h8 mating, because I'm holding e7. Bishop c3, queen c3. Yeah, I think bishop h4 also hits the rook. If rook e8, Oh, rook e8. So if I want to play knight e7, I should do it probably now. Knight e7, king f8, bishop h4 might be stronger. So rook e8, queen h8, bishop c3, queen c3. Isn't a knight e7 and queen f7 out of interest? I guess I'm interrupting f7 here. Knight e7. Yeah, it's a bit more optimal than bishop h4. Because I'm thinking you can create complications after bishop h4. With all sorts. Bishop c3. Anyway, this is clear cut. Yeah, king f8 just taking here. Just have a quick look at this. Or not. It's a bit academic now, actually. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think this is probably the resources. Okay. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay. It's not needed. Thanks. Yeah, challenging today. Okay. I hope you had a great time watching me suffer. Yeah. All right. Have a good rest of the day. Yeah. Thanks, and see you next week. Great. Cheers then. Thanks so much.